Good afternoon, traders. It is February 21st, Thursday, 2013, and the stock market, U.S. stock market, is closed. We had another kind of bad day in the market. Global markets are very much interlocked and related, and I have traded Asian markets, I've traded European markets, and sometimes I find myself watching these markets at night. That's a real stock market addict, but I am a stock market addict. Anyway, last night some bad reports in Europe came out involving the European service sector, and I watched the CAC 40, that's the French stock market. It really tanked. It lost almost over 2% last night. Anytime the European markets fall like that, it makes for a rough day the following day for us. And sure enough, this morning the markets initially particularly really fell out of bed. And of course, with this bad report on European service sector, we were holding a position in CEDC, that Central European Distribution Corporation, and of course we lost a fair amount of money in that. And then we had another trader just really got hammered in BPZ Resources Incorporated, and we dropped about $4 in that. So those really hurt us. And and then this morning, the U.S. markets open up, and we get some bad reports. We had jobless report come out that wasn't too hot. Walmart sales were down, and all of this contributed to a market that just, at one time, I think the Dow Industrials was down almost 100 points. I think it was 91 points or something like that. And then it did come back, and it closed negative 46. But all that bad news was offset by something. We trade a very diversified market. We trade almost 70 stocks, and it's amazing. Even when we have a bad day like today, when you're trading all those stocks, something usually goes right. And for us today, we were saved by a market, CBR, Cyber Incorporated. It's a little stock, nobody pays too much attention to it, but it's in our portfolio, and that thing took off and made over 14% today, and we had gotten in fairly early, and so we are holding positive open trade equity in Cyber Inc. of close to $7,000. So basically, in spite of all our losses today, if you add what we closed out to what we are holding in open trade equity in Cyber Inc., we're close to break even. And that is why a diversified portfolio really can save you. And we're going through a couple bad days here. Might even have another bad day tomorrow. But we've basically kept our head above water with all these markets that we trade. Anyway, let's take a look at the charts. Okay, here we're looking at a chart of the Dow Industrials. You can see this big 100-point plus loss yesterday. We come down, it comes down, and as I say, I think it was down close to 90 points right at that point there, and then it did rally, came back, looked like it might even climb out of the red here, but it backed off at the end. We still ended up down 46 for the day, but that's not quite as bad as what it looked like earlier on. you can see here we're only holding 3 positions because when the market dives we don't buy too much, but we got into this wonderful trade in CBR, which has basically saved us, and that's up is $6,930 in open trade. Let's take a look at that trade. Let's see here. And here you can see this thing. This thing had been trading really flat. I was even looking at this a couple of days and thinking of throwing it out because it just didn't seem to be doing anything. And it breaks out here, and we're into this like 30-40 minutes into the day, and this thing just explodes after we get in. And it go up, almost to having us holding $7,000 in open trade equity in this. So this was a great trade. We needed a great trade because we had some really bad ones. Well, two really bad ones. I'll show you the worst one. This was BPZ Resources Inc. and this was yesterday. We jumped into this about an hour into the day, and it turned out we got right in here at the top, and then this thing just sold off. This morning it opens, it starts down some more, and we finally got out of it there. But that was like a $4,000 loss, and that's why if we hadn't gotten into that good trade in Cyber Incorporated, our goose would have been cooked today. But as it is, you know, our closeout trades are bad, but they're almost offset by what we have in open trade equity. So another kind of down day in the market. I think we're due for an update, folks. So this is Trader Bob hoping for a better market tomorrow. We'll see you online tomorrow.